Want to welcome in everyone who is watching UAB versus Charlotte. Welcome inside the Super Pit, Denton, Texas. University of North Texas hosting Western Kentucky. Ari Wolf alongside the doctor, John Giannini, having some fun. Good game so far, 3-point game. Guzman doesn't want any part of Sharp this trip. Perry's triple, yes! His second triple. So after starting 0 for 4 from the field, Perry hits his next two. He's got half a dozen.
It's going to be easier for Perry to find open threes against this zone, and now he's starting to knock them down.
Rawls, he dragged the pivot foot, and that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, in the zone, Perry's eyes light up. He finds openings, space in the gaps, and Perry, one of the best shooters in America, he's feeling good in that situation against the zone.
To have more total wins this season, so back-to-back great seasons for North Texas.
I know this program well, and Coach McCasland continues to raise the bar, especially for himself. You know, they're having more wins than they did last year. That's a tremendous accomplishment, another school record. And the way they do it, we talk about, is their defense. I love what Coach McDevitt from Middle Tennessee said. He said the players don't matter. North Texas has an identity. It's the same defense year to year, and it has really built this program.
Thought about lobbing it in. Edey, a rare triple, and he hits it.
The difference in the game so far, rebounding is very equal, shooting percentage is very equal. It's the threes that North Texas is getting against the Western Kentucky zone. Now I think Coach Stansbury may start having cold feet about the zone soon.
Sharp, another throwdown. You can count on 3 or 4 dunks from him every time that the Hilltoppers take the court.
The Hilltoppers now are penetrating the North Texas defense. You don't see that very often. That was not stellar defense. Whenever you drive and get the defense in rotation, you find open people for dunks and threes.
Jumper. Wow, what a start for Aaron Scott.
We talk about in the 2-3, you might have to give up that 15-footer, but Scott's made a couple of them now. North Texas very comfortable against the zone.
He's got 9 points already. McKnight picks up the dribble, needs some help. He gets it from Jordan Rawls. Rawls, step back from 18, off the heel. Aaron Scott the rebound. We're wondering without Huntsbury where some of the other offense would come from, and so far it's been Aaron Scott who stepped up into that scoring void.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Ari. You nailed that.
Tyree Edey was sharp there. Kicks to Perry, and he gets bumped by McKnight. Matthew Stone checks back in for the Mean Green.
Yeah, Huntsbury, it's not only the fact that he's second leading scorer and best on the ball defender, but it's where do you find those 32 minutes? So Jones will have to play more, Stones will have to play more. And Edey too. But the scoring, as you said, Scott sets up the high-low. So he makes those 2 15-footers, then Sharp comes up high, leaves the rim alone, and they know exactly what to do on the high-low and the dunk for Sissoko.
The lead is 11 for North Texas. Allen gets bumped, tough shot, can't get it to go. Sissoko the rebound. One and done that trip for the Hilltoppers. Perry the bounce pass, and Sissoko trying to be unselfish, turns it over.
So Scott's been making that 15-footer, which the 2-3 gives up. So now you come up, defend the 15-footer, and now you give up the dunk. North Texas has solved this Western Kentucky zone. They are not confused. They know exactly where to get the ball. They are not disrupted. I'll look for Western Kentucky to start to play more man.
Well, Western Kentucky need points. It's been such a struggle. They didn't score a single point until after 8 minutes had gone by in the first half. And that's a turnover. And you can see the frustration starting to build for the Hilltoppers. Well, fans here having a great time because their team looking good, leading 27-16. We're coming right back on Stadium.
Season. They are a story at the national level, and they're a team that you expect to either win the league or get an at-large bid. Florida Atlantic having a historic year.
Look at that score, 93-91 in double overtime. Jelly Walker goes for 41 points, a thriller.
We could go 5 overtimes. I don't know if North Texas can play in a 90-point game. We got the opposite going on here. But if you love defense, it's a clinic.
That's an air ball. I think he felt the presence of Jamarian Sharp. Here come the Hilltoppers. They've been cold for the last few minutes. They've had a hard time even getting shots up. Jarius Hamilton, deep 2. No, Sharp over the back, picks up the personal foul. Well, you mentioned Sissoko, his body type there. He's got that thick, sturdy frame, so it forced Sharp to go over the top.
Yeah, no question. Sissoko's going to be a little lower and strong and be able to move Sharp around. But I don't mind that foul from Sharp. That is an aggressive foul, but I don't think it's a foolish foul. He's, you know, you want your 7'5" guy to pursue rebounds, and that's kind of the cost of doing business once in a while.
Tyree Eady backing down Allen. Into the paint, no place to go. Shot clock winding down. This is Tyler Perry time. The crossover, and wow, basket and the foul. Tyler Perry.
So if you've heard the term snake dribble, this is what it means. You go in an S curve. Watch this. He starts left and then snake curves to the right. Little snake dribble and a floater. A whole bunch in that skill package right there. And it's interesting. Coach McCaslin said Perry likes to play slow because he likes to read defenses. He likes to probe. He likes to have multiple opportunities to create an opening. It's a perfect marriage of player and system, Perry in the North Texas program under Coach McCaslin.
Tough shot. Emmanuel Acott gets the 2. So ends a long drought for the Hilltoppers.
It's tough. I'm surprised Acott doesn't do that more because at 6'8", he's bigger than most small forwards. He can shoot over people. He did that more early in the season. We'll see if he goes back to it here in this game.
Perry started 0 for 4. Now he's got 9 points in the game. And he's so good at the end of the shot clock. He's never in a hurry. Beautiful pass, sets up the triple, no good. Sissoko's offensive rebound. Perry, and that's blocked by McKnight, but a foul is called. Not sure about that one. It looked like pretty good defense.
I'm with you, Ari. I thought that was a terrific job by McKnight. Moves his feet, totally in front, straight up. Lower body. It wasn't the upper body, it was the hips. But a lot of times you get away with those hips.
Well, especially because he got the ball before the hip contact.
Exactly. And the more important criteria there is the offensive player has to be allowed to land. You can't move underneath the offensive player.
And that's really a player safety issue.
Yeah, that's why we don't have the striped shirts on, Ari. That's why we're over here. We would have messed that call up.
They're over there taking a look at something. 2:05 to go first half. Mean Green lead by 12 over Western Kentucky in the regular season finale for both teams.
Checking to see whether it was a 3. Coach McCaslin believes the toughest team wins. I believe that. I believe something else too. The more comfortable team wins. So North Texas is very comfortable playing slow. Most other teams are not. If they run their first option and it's not there, they tend to force shots. So this style of play, you mentioned it, Ari, it must be excruciating for teams to play against this North Texas style, and it is. But remember, they're comfortable playing slow.
Right, because if you're Western Kentucky, you know, they're eating up so much time. It's almost like in football, the battle of time possession, right? So you're playing defense way more than you're playing offense, and you're not getting the success at the offensive end, which could sometimes give you better effort on the defensive end. And there's another Western Kentucky turnover.
And think of this, Western Kentucky, they pushed the ball. They've pushed it a number of times in this game. North Texas's transition defense is just stellar. So you're running the break, you're running your first option, you can't get a shot. That's unusual. Usually a team like Western Kentucky can get a shot in 10, 15 seconds. So North Texas just puts people in uncharted, uncomfortable territory. And the more comfortable team does win most of the time.
Martinez gives to Perry. And he's got to launch one, a deep triple. Yes! Tyler Perry. He's got a dozen.
So they've charted deep threes. Threes from 27 feet and out. Perry makes 37% of those. This guy has crazy range.
He certainly does. Let me check it. He actually has 14 points in the game. After starting 0 for 4, he's hit his last 4 shots. Darius Hamilton, that's a tough look from deep.
Really
Jones,
tough
the
shot.
rebound. We now have a minute to go first half. And Mean Green taking control of this game with a 35-18 edge. Martinez doesn't look to shoot from out there. Perry, how about a heat check? Rattles home another jumper. Tyler Perry.
And that was good defense, and they wanted to milk the clock that time because now they're in a perfect 2-for-1 situation. They'll get the ball back.
Perry's got 17 points. Rawls is looking for Sharp, stolen away. They can hold for one, and they will. Smart decision there by Reuben Jones. It's a very well-coached team. Three on the way. No. First half is complete here. And what a first half for North Texas. 161 three-point field goals made, 7th in school history. He was dynamite. 17 points to lead all scorers on Senior Day. It's been a celebration of Mean Green basketball. Don't go anywhere. We've got halftime festivities coming up. Keep it right here on Stadium.
At the high post in the zone, but I expect Western Kentucky to be all man this half.
These first few minutes of the second half will be critical for the Hilltoppers as they try to work their way back into this game. McKnight's been quiet. Tough shot, and that's going to be a basket and the foul. Jamarian Sharp. I don't know if that's exactly how Coach Stansbury drew it up, but when you're down 20, nice to see if you can get 3 on your first trip.
Well, this was by design. They're forcing McKnight right, so they gave him space to drive hard right. Usman stepped up to help, and that leaves Sharp open. That was a part of Western Kentucky's original game plan. We'll take that right-hand drive, go right at Usman, hope it gets some lob opportunities for Sharp. And surprisingly, they're sticking with the zone. This 1-3-1 coming out trying to be disruptive, which might not be a bad strategy because you could create some turnovers if you're active enough. Now they're back to man.
Western Kentucky struggling from 3 and at the free throw line. Usman's been very quiet. He knocks down jumper in the paint. First points. If you'd have told me that Usman would have 0 points in the half, I don't think I would have predicted a 20-point lead. Turnover there.
Coach McCaslin probably wouldn't either, but the defense was that good for the Mean Green.
Usman going to work. Almost got it to go. Hilltoppers come away with it. Hamilton up to Sharp. Watch out, everybody. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Sharp makes the Mean Green miss on one end and almost has a super highlight on the offensive end.
And Usman, that's a foul on him. Got his arms not locked. This was about to be, you know, big-time highlight.
So, catching the ball full speed with people in front of you at 7'5", he missed that dunk, but I don't know many 7-footers who could catch the ball, dribble, full court, full speed, go up in traffic and try to dunk.
That was a natural athletic move. I know he missed the dunk, but if you watch the way his body moved, that was really impressive at that size.
Super impressive.
Yeah, if an NBA scout sees that, he's not thinking about the missed dunk. He's thinking, wow, that guy can actually make that play.
He can run and catch.
McKnight jumper short, long rebound. Western Kentucky able to save it. Aycott, the floater, soft touch, no. Aaron's got the rebound. Still a 20-point lead for North Texas. Nice bounce pass. Sissoko, he's played some impactful minutes in this game.
He's really come on the second half of the season. He didn't play much at Dayton, and you could just see how the experience is benefiting his confidence in play.
Hamilton trying to go baseline, loses the handle, and then Allen had it. We're going to have a jump ball, and it'll be possession to North Texas.
Boy, rotations, people swarming. Sissoko getting in on the block.
The buy-in defensively from North Texas is off the charts.
It's the commitment even more than the technique.
Yeah.
They play so hard and take so much pride in guarding their man and helping each other out.
Shot clock winding down. Baseline jumper rattles home for Aaron Scott. He's down in double figures with 11.
And that was so well defended by Western Kentucky. They stopped the pick and roll, closed out on the reversal. Tough shot by Scott. Here comes the back down.
They double him. Back to McKnight. Allen the lob and another missed dunk. And we're going to have a foul on Tyree Eady.
It's actually the right pass to make. And Sharp will make that the vast majority of the time.
I think if someone's ever seen him play, they're thinking, okay, there's 3 missed dunks. Like, this guy can't finish. That's not true. He can't finish, I promise you.
Yeah, this has been a little bit of a surprise, him missing those.
The 3, no. Eady, the good box out. The lead is 24 points for North Texas. And with the way they bleed the shot clock, boy, this looking tougher and tougher for Western Kentucky, but they came from behind a big deficit, but that was at home against North Texas. Jump shot, no. Eady's triple, in and out. Sharp the rebound. How about the steal? Reuben Jones. The strong finish. And Jones has been terrific this afternoon. He's got 7 points now.
No question, it's a magnificently coached defensive team, but you still need good individual defenders. Jones on that stop was spectacular.
One and done for the Hilltoppers. It has been a challenging afternoon for Western Kentucky. Jones is bumped by McKnight. No call. They have been consistent, the officials, that let him play throughout this game. Sissoko back out to Eady. Still 10 on the clock. Eady, the 3. Why not? Tyree Eady. Everything's working right now for North Texas.
Nothing's more deflating than playing good defense for 29 seconds and the other team making a tough contested shot.
I mean, just no openings for Western Kentucky. Aycott backs it up. Tough 3. That's way off.
Really tough shot. He tried to drive, North Texas has people in gaps. They don't guard their own person they're guarding that tightly. They get between their man and the ball, so there's less room to drive. They call it shrinking the court, closing up gaps to drive through.
Scott's triple, too strong. Loose ball, it'll be North Texas ball when we come back.
North Texas's team defense is great, but this individual play here is off the charts. The steal by Jones against one of the best guards in the country, and then the three at the end of the shot clock, everything going Mean Green way. Up 29. Them going to small spaces, and then you just got guys like Jones who can lock up one-on-one. It is nothing short of a spectacular North Texas defensive team.
And that number is going to improve based on what's happened so far in the game. I mean, Western Kentucky got 20 points against Akron, a season-low 53. With all due respect, 53 points seems a long ways away when you got 14:02 to go and you've only got 20.
I would definitely agree with that. It's to the point now where Western Kentucky would love a running clock.
Right, some kind of a mercy rule here.
And this is a Western Kentucky team that can make noise in the CUSA tournament.
For sure.
It's just credit to North Texas today. Wow.
Edey, the turnaround jumper. I mean, keep in mind, it was a 4-point game the last time these two teams played.
And their best on-ball defender, Huntsberry, and second leading scorer is not playing.
Hamilton's three, no.
And to your point too, Usman, who's as good as any big man in the conference, only 2 points. So,
well, they're showing they can beat you with a lot of different guys offensively, and you can count on everybody on the defensive end.
You nailed it. You talk about strength as a team, strength and unity. North Texas is showing it today.
Kick ball, still 20 on the shot clock. I'll say this, Western Kentucky's still playing hard. I'm seeing good body language still. They're staying engaged, which I think is impressive given how tough this afternoon has been for them.
Well, they have great leadership in Coach Stansbury. He's one of the best coaches in SEC history. In fact, he won multiple SEC championships. There's that strong right-hand drive.
In and out. There's Hamilton working hard, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
But Coach Stansbury at Western Kentucky as well. 3 of the last 4 Conference USA championship games Western Kentucky's been there. Over the last 5 years, they're one of just 17 teams in America out of 363 with 19 or more wins. Of course, North Texas is also one of those 17. So Coach Stansbury's a veteran coach, and he's been through everything you can imagine. So he's going to stay positive, and it's interesting. You see him there as poised. When your team is struggling, that's when you're most positive. You don't kick them when they're down. That's when you lose them. Now, when you're winning, like Coach McCaslin, now he can push these guys because they're feeling good, and he can push them harder. But you'll see Coach Stansbury be very supportive in this situation.
Here comes full court pressure from the Hilltoppers. Trying to create extra possessions. They are down by 30 as we near the 13-minute mark. .83 short. Marshall the rebound. Western Kentucky on the move. Hamilton, the drive with the left, no. And Tyler Perry will just slow things down. They'll be content to work the shot clock.
It's a situation where I wonder how much you play Perry, not just for a risk of injury, but from an energy conservation point of view.
Well, Coach might have to negotiate with his star player there. I'm feeling on senior day, he wants to stay on the floor. Incredible career he's had and still a bright future. I mean, all this guy does is win. Yeah,
and you know, you see his record there. He's just knocked on the door. He's lost a couple heartbreakers in the Conference USA championship game. But let me tell you, 3 out of 4 championship games, a lot of programs would love to be in that situation. I know the great tradition at Western Kentucky. I know the high expectations. Coach Stansbury does as well, but I can't imagine a more proven winner at the helm of the Hilltoppers right now.
12 minutes to go, second half, and Western Kentucky with just 21 points. Perry, beautiful crossover, the spin and the kick, and it's Jones's triple. That's off. McKnight thought about the long pass. McKnight can't get the shot off. Rawls.
North Texas just keeps rotating. Every time you think you got an open shot, they close out. And how about that? The block. The problem against North Texas isn't even scoring, it's getting a good shot.
But that's a quick shot for Tyler Perry. Maybe he's worried that the coach is going to pull him out of the game. All right, a little more than 11 minutes to go, second half, and Perry has been celebrating senior day all game long. 5 seasons, 20-plus wins, 3 Conference USA championships, and during the 2020 season recognized as the conference's coach of the year.
He reminds me of the legendary Temple coach John Chaney. John Chaney would beat people 60 to 55, and he would say, why do you play so slow? He says, listen, when I play North Carolina or UCLA in the NCAA tournament, they're going to have 4 or 5 pros, and we're going to have to play slow. So I play for championships. That's exactly Coach McCasland's philosophy. His system is based on, how am I going to win a championship? How am I going to win games in the NCAA tournament? Especially when I play teams with multiple pros, and he found the secret sauce.
Well, John Chaney, unlike any other coach, I would love to see him answering that question with that great voice of his. Oh, very nice. Matthew Stone, finger roll.
Yeah, Coach McCasland's fired up. He's been pushing Stone. Stone's been struggling shooting, and there's Rawls with a nice 3. But Coach McCasland, like he was happy, not for himself or the team, but for Stone on that play. He loved seeing him have some offensive success because he's just asked him. We talked about this story. He started out the year 0 for 18 and 3. Stone started to get down. He said, don't worry about that. We need your defense. We need your winning ways. Since then, the pressure was off Stone, but McCasland's still happy to see Stone get a bucket.
Jaden Martinez has to kick it out. Perry, tough shot, no. Land with the rebound.
Look at just the one-on-one ability. You just can't beat these guys one-on-one. And there is help if you do get beat. But the individual pride, look at them in their stances. They're ready for action. No one's ever standing up. Everyone always in the defensive athletic stance.
And they're up by 29 points,
well,
and they're still doing it, right?
Just think
it's
of
a
this.
Mentality.
If you're at home, you get in that stance. Sit down like that and see how your legs feel after a while. A North Texas player lives in that stance.
Well, Coach talks about toughest team wins. This team can play defense all night long. That ball is out of bounds. Still 8 on the shot clock.
Important player in the game. Actually, he's coming up right now. Martinez, 24. He's been suffering with some lower back pain, but he is a key depth player for North Texas. He is a small ball 5-man who can come in and knock down threes when they take Usman out. And just getting Martinez some more minutes is a good sign moving forward for the Mean Green.
Perry, the triple, leaves it short. Sharp the rebound. Oh, Stone almost had the steal. Good deflection for Matthew Stone. From Kingfisher, Oklahoma, went to Kingfisher High School. Well, at the rate this is going, I can't do that level math, but they have a chance to catch Houston, have the best scoring defense, I think, if they hold the team to under 30 points.
Wow, there's just no deception. That was a fake handoff on that play that a lot of teams bite on. But North Texas, you just can't seem to be able to deceive them. There's no action that just gets you open, and you can't beat them one-on-one.
The lob and the finish. Abu Usman. Alley-oop, beautiful pass from Stone.
Now you have the offensive execution. Perfect pass, perfect screen, perfect spacing.
Rawls leaves it short. Usman the rebound. At what point do you expect McCasland to pull the starters?
I would think, especially with Perry. I would. Now, Coach McCasland's a better coach than I could ever dream of, but I would think after the 8-minute media.
I can't let that go. You went to the Sweet 16. You're a heck of a coach. And McKnight gets the 2 off the window. Hasn't been enough of that for Davian McKnight this afternoon. And McKnight averages 17 points per game. He's only got 4, 2 of 9 from the field. Kick out, Stone's triple. Good look. Rawls the rebound. 7 minutes to go. Tough shot, McKnight. Rattles out. It's been the story of the afternoon for the Hilltoppers.
You know what's interesting? You talk about identity. A lot of times a coach will play zone with a big lead like this, try to save some energy, slow the game down, keep it going, don't foul. But North Texas cannot play zone. They just don't do it. This is their identity. They're going to defend like they do, regardless of time or score.
Perry, so good in these situations. Does it again with the shot clock winding down.
Perry's one of the best step-back shooters I've seen this year. He's not big, so how does he get his shot off? He gets you moving backwards and then steps back, and that's a very skillful shot.
And McKnight is bumped. Foul on North Texas, and we'll have a timeout on the floor.
You talk about the tenacity. How about the execution? A little lob, a screen by Perry. Look at Perry screen the middle of the lane. Set up Usman perfectly, slamming it home. When things are going well, keep pushing yourselves. Don't have breakdowns. When things get tough, that's when you got to be more supportive. But Coach McCasland, any chance he could build toughness, teach, hold people accountable, he's going to do that. And that's why you have a tough team. You don't have a tough team by being nice all the time. You have a tough team by being demanding. And then you see the way Stone responded. Right after that talking to, he came out with the deflection and the bucket.
And look, you don't want to come and play here if you want to be coached hard, right? You've been watching the program, right? If you're thinking about coming here, you know what you're in for. And they see the toughness of the players in front of them. They see the way the coach treats players. And I think that you know what you're getting into, and clearly it's working for this program.
So Coach McCasland is tough and caring and respectful. He's not belittling anyone. He is challenging people, and he's got emotion, and he cares. Like when you play defense the way North Texas does, I mentioned it. The technique is not as impressive to me as the tenacity, the passion, the pride, and there's a lot of emotion in that, and it's okay to be emotional as long as you're respectful and caring, and Coach McCasland is all of the above.
Right, and it can look like something, but, you know, word choice is everything.
Well, listen, this is not, they're battling a 7'5" guy out there. They're battling Davian McKnight. You don't say, hey, would you mind moving your feet a little bit better on that play? No, it's a battle. It's militaristic in some ways, and it's urgent.
And look, we're in a new era because that type of coaching, when I was a kid, was the norm.
Yes. Well, when you were a kid and when I started coaching, frankly, I think coaches went too far some of the time. And Coach McCasland does not. He is the right coach at the right time in terms of knowledge of the game, expectations, accountability, toughness, while being respectful and caring. But the passion is a big part of this. If you don't have passion as a coach, if you don't raise your voice, if you don't get excited, you're not going to get highest level effort.
Lander knocks down the free throw. I do think it's interesting how many starters and rotation players are still in the game.
So part of that is a lot of those guys on that North Texas bench are walk-ons. And, you know, they may not have a lot of options. And Usman has not played a lot of minutes in this game. And Huntsbury's out.
Been a great game for Aaron Scott. Gives to Usman. Can't finish, but he'll go to the free throw line. Well, I guess when I was thinking about players coming out, this would be a time where you could potentially go to walk-ons, right? Even the lead is big enough, and you're potentially going to play 3 games in a row next week.
It's a great point about the game is decided, but you also want to finish the game as a team playing well. And frankly, the walk-ons, if they could get 2 to 3 minutes, they're ecstatic.
For sure.
It's a little early for that, but I was right. Perry did come out after the 8-minute media timeout. So that's one thing I got in common with Coach McCaslin.
So Perry, it appears, has finished his afternoon with 19 points. Well, the excitement will start to build after the completion of play today, knowing that the conference tournament's around the corner. So much basketball all over the country coming up. Step back for Hamilton, in and out.
And this is one of the craziest things, too. Sometimes you don't finish your regular season well, but you play great in the tournament. It really is the 3rd season. You got your non-conference season, conference is the 2nd season. The tournament is the shortest season, but the most memorable, and it brings new life to a lot of teams.
It does, but it's also super harsh because you can have a great regular season, but if you don't win a few rounds at the highest level in March, sometimes it takes away from the regular season success. It's just a ton of pressure on everybody come March.
I completely agree with you, and we talked about it. It's memorable is what March is. More memorable than the non-conference and conference, even though it's a few games in a few days. People remember.
Yeah, they're always talking about the one shining moment. Teams want to have a bunch of those shining moments come March.
Yeah.
All right, we near the 4-minute mark. 31-point lead. Sharp, I thought, got a piece of the arm. They let it go.
We talked about Ari. He changes, alters, and deters way more shots than he blocks.
Rawls can't get the 3 to go. Another quality look. It was halfway down and pops out. And Coach McCaslin wants to get a timeout. I wonder if this is to get some guys who don't normally get time on the floor. We'll find out when we come back. North Texas playing beautiful basketball this afternoon.
Senior day, the weather's great. The Mean Green's playing terrific.
There is the record, 15-4 conference play. We're not going to change the graphic, but they're going to get their 25th win. They're going to get their 16th conference win. And you see, 1 quad 1 win, 3 quad 2 wins. I think we agree they're going to have to win the conference tournament in order to get into March Madness. They're capable of it.
Oh, absolutely. This defense will have them in every game. Like, you're not going to win a double-digit game against North Texas. They're either going to win or it's going to go down to the wire.
Rasheed Brown, the triple. Why now? With the clock winding down. McCaslin on the bench, just a rough. I love it when the guys who don't see the floor much knock down shots late in the blowout. That's awesome.
Brown, a senior from Philadelphia, like yourself, Ari. I'm a Philly transplant, but you and Brown are natives.
Hey, you take a Philly team to the Sweet 16, you're one of us now.
I get an honorary citizenship.
Sure. Yeah.
Great. Happy for Brown on senior day.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. I think he needs a heat check. See if he can knock 2 of them down. Stone thought about the 3, the drive, kick out, Martinez triple, no. And that's going to be a foul on Western Kentucky. They're going to get Darius Miles with the body on the box out. Well, this is one of the most fun things on senior day. Guy doesn't get to play a lot. Shot clock winds down, hits the triple, and look at the bench. It's a party here in Denton. Tennessee and Charlotte. And we will know the exact brackets, the completion of play at the end of today. Well, last 4 seasons, how about those numbers? Those are sparkling. 54 wins, only 15 losses. That is the best in Conference USA.
What Coach McCasland has done is special. It's the only way to really put it. There's another player coming off the bench.
That's Chris Morgan knocking down the jumper. So the last time the Hilltoppers scored less than 40 points, 39 points, all the way back in February of the 2011 season.
Listen, North Texas has made a lot of tough shots, long distance bombs with a hand in the face at the end of the shot clock. Now Morgan, that's his first field goal this year. So,
and look, these moments matter, right?
It does.
It really does matter. I know maybe to the fan, you know, it's the end of the game and a blowout, but it really does matter.
So for Morgan and Brown, they work their butts off every day. Their teammates are happy for them, and it's great to see everyone get involved in a great season finale win. And this is an amazing thing. For all the amazing things Coach McCasland has done, this shocked me. They're 0-7 in their last 7 season finales.
Huh, that's crazy.
It's
that
insane.
Doesn't make any sense. All right, but because I don't know the situation, I'm going to make it as shiny as possible. Sometimes you might be locked in, right, to the spot, and the other team is playing for something, so it's a little bit
that's been the case a lot. But they were locked into the number 2 spot here today, too. But we got to find something that Coach McCasland hasn't done at the highest level. And now he's cleaning up the season finale record.
34-point lead as we narrow in on the 2-minute mark. This has never really been in doubt. North Texas led by 20 at halftime. Morgan, still time on the clock, but he's in some trouble. Brown, another 3, how about it? Ah, not this time. Morgan goes back up with it.
Morgan's a big, strong guy. He looks good out there.
He's a redshirt freshman. There's a 3, much needed 3, but a little too late. Three from the corner. Yes, Matthew Stone.
Everyone getting involved.
Oh, the number 20 threw me off because Stone's 23. That was
Allo.
Grayson Allo who made the 3. My apologies, Grayson. That's your moment.
Heck of a shot, Grayson.
Moore, how about a 3 for him? Thanks for cleaning that up for me, Coach. Al will be watching that videotape. I want to make sure he gets the credit he deserves.
Oh. Allo, Brown, Morgan. Nice buckets in this game. And the point guard, Christian Moore, who has the ball here, he's run this backup squad nicely himself.
A standing ovation here at the Super Pit. What a senior day for North Texas. And they're going to get win number 25 of the season. Another historic season for the Mean Green. So they'll finish the regular season 25-6, 16-4 in conference play. For Rick Stansbury in Western Kentucky, 16 wins, 15 losses now, 8-12 in conference play. What will you take away from this afternoon?
A stunningly good defensive performance by North Texas, solidifying themselves as an elite team nationally on that side of the court, and they're going to have a great chance of winning the whole thing going to Frisco because of that defense.
Tyler Perry was the star of stars this afternoon as he goes for 19 points. And he is so fun to watch.
Deep threes, floaters, can't leave Perry open, that's for sure. Probing defenses, he'll stretch your defense, make it hard to help. He's a problem.
All right, make a case for me how North Texas wins the Conference USA tournament and gets into the NCAA tournament.
Keep holding people in the 50s, and offensively, they'll find a way. But their defense will keep them in every single basketball game.
Doc, I really enjoyed it. Big
Great
fan
time,
of you.
Ari.
I'm so glad we got a chance to talk some college hoops together. So that is going to do it for us here at the Super Pit in North Texas. Final score, North Texas 67, Western Kentucky 33. It's been another great season of Conference USA basketball here on Stadium. We want to thank everyone who made it possible, from the folks at Stadium in Chicago to our great crew of Road Warriors who brought you the games each and every week. What a ton of fun. Big thanks to everybody. So for one final time this season, for my partner, the coach, Dr. John Giannini, I'm Ari Wolf saying good afternoon from Denton, Texas. Enjoy March Madness.